Do you want women to be signing up for selective
That's
services?
that's not what I'm asking. It's not want.
I'm
saying,
gonna
do you
be honest
think
with
that
you.
it would? Do you think it would be equitable if we said
No.
men should, if men
No,
have to,
I'm gonna tell
if
you
men
why.
have to bear this risk and
No.
they're denied these
No.
privileges,
And I'm gonna tell you
should
why.
we also
No.
force women? Why?
No, because I don't believe that women are as capable in that capacity when it comes to physical strength, when it comes to other components of what needs to happen physically to be in the military on the front lines. Most times, I don't think they're going to be the best candidate for that job. So when I talk about military, it's not about woke for me. It's not about this gender and that gender. It's not about that. I want my military to be as best as it can be. And honestly, if you really took all the wokeness out of that, 9 out of 10 times, that's going to be a healthy, robust young man.
Should we, in some way, devalue women's votes as a result of that?
Absolutely
So
not.
what you want is more
Absolutely.
authority than
No.
men are
No.
allowed in the United States.
What I want is for people, individuals across the country, men, women, regardless of race, regardless of ethnicity, regardless of age, once you hit the eligible age to vote, I want them to have a stake in the game. I want them to be able to voice their, their policy. That's how you basically voice your policy.
Should we then
because it impacts
absolve
everybody.
selective services then?
No. Well, I mean, that's a very complex debate we could have.
Should we
absolve?
Should we say, you know what? Doesn't matter if you have a dick or a vagina.
No,
you don't. You can vote or you
There's
not.
a reason that exists, though. I mean, you're the person who argues all the time that there are big differences between men and women.
Yes, absolutely.
So 100%.
So
But
by
that's not-
acknowledging
no,
that,
because that's
does
not-
my vote count less than yours? Because I don't want to sign up and put my ass on the line to go die in a
No,
war.
that's like saying that a guy who doesn't have, say you go through life and you don't get involved yourself in the military. You don't. Say you don't have children. Say you don't, you don't have a voice when it comes to the school system. You don't have a voice when it comes to things that don't directly affect your life.
Okay.
You can't itemize it that way. Every single person in this country, every single citizen who pays taxes, who's here legally, who's a legal citizen of this country, every single person is impacted by the policies that happen in this country, which is why you see people now moving from state to state. I left New York. I wasn't going to stay in that woke hellhole. I came to Florida, right? So every single individual is invested in a different way.
But if I'm an illegal alien, I can't become a citizen of the United States with a penis anyways, without signing up for selective services. So that disqualifies me from everything that you just said right now. So if I opt out of selective services, I don't get to be a U.S. citizen, period. And that's only applicable to men, not to women.
Yeah, but there's a reason for that because of the way the military operates. That's the one thing that hasn't gone
Then
well.
why doesn't it apply to women? Then why doesn't it apply to women? Then why if you're a woman and you're an illegal alien, you don't have to sign up for selective services. You can become a naturalized citizen of the United States and you can get a full vote before your husband or your son or whoever else would ever be able to do that if they didn't want to sign up for selective services.
That's an interesting debate about
So men have more skin in the game than women do.
Men have more skin in the game on that. Women have more skin in the game on. That's like saying a single guy.
All right, you got it.
A single game as a family is living in a community that has a school district that's basically on fire.
But that could potentially be me dying for my country.
100%.
So should my vote count more, or yours count less? No. Because that is a much higher stakes game than what school is my kid going to go to?
You don't want to live in a country. I mean, I certainly don't want to live in a country where we're now going to look issue by issue and say that your vote counts more or less based on your investment.
That's exactly what they used to do prior to 1920. That's why women
not
didn't want the vote. I know, because they looked at the vote. They looked at the vote much differently. Right. That's one of the reasons why men resisted for a long time, because men had more skin in the game prior to 1920.
I don't think that's now you can have a conversation about elimination of selective services. That's a whole other debate that we can sit here and have. But what I think is beneficial to acknowledge is that every single person in this country who pays taxes and who invests in their community, who works, who brings home a paycheck, who has a kid in school, who lives in a city that's on fire, who every single person has an investment in that community, and every single person should have a voice in the direction of
Unless
that
you're above 18 with a penis and you don't want to sign up for selective services, because that disqualifies you from all of that.
Well, that's a debate. That is that is the debate. Should selective services be eliminated as a barometer?
And you said no.
For whether or not, well, you know what? I've no one's ever asked me that before, to be perfectly honest with you.
See,
I would have to.
I bring the good shit when I come in here.
I would have to really think about what the implications of that would be for wartime. What the implications of that would be, given what's going on with China, Iran.
So imminent death might change your mind.
I would have to. No, but you have to think about it like. We're very privileged right now.
They're going to invade. That's okay. We need guys in selective services now.
Selective services exist, right? Is there not? I mean, they didn't just. That didn't just. Let's just have selective services for.
And by the way, that's been on. They've tried to vote that for a while. Like I think as far back as like 2015. And by the way, it's been conservatives that have negated that. Like I think it was not too long ago. They were going to put like women into combat roles or whatever, and so they were opening up certain branches of the military for like direct combat roles and trying to get women in there. Of course, they never passed the physical, but the thing is that they were very proud of the fact that they got women can go out there and pull a trick.
That's where I live in that debate. I've never had a debate about selective services. That seems like a potentially very problematic decision to eliminate selective services across the board. And it also seems like a problematic decision to have women automatically signed up in selective services for other reasons.
I agree with you. I don't think women should sign up for I don't think that women should go to the military, period. End of story.
But if you like the short clip, you can catch another one here, or you can catch the full episode right here.